Everyone knows that tight feeling in the chest when you're about to open your banking app. You know the math, and you know you need to check your budget, but your thumb hovers over the screen, paralyzed. Financial decisions should be a matter of simple arithmetic, but in moments of high stress, the brain stops treating numbers as logic and starts treating them as a physical crisis. Financial instability triggers ancient survival instincts. Your brain interprets a rising debt load or a low balance as a threat to your physical safety, activating the same chemical alarms meant to help you survive a predator in the wild. You cannot resolve a financial crisis through logic alone, while your body is chemically trapped in a fight for its life. This physiological reaction is often rooted in what psychologists call money scripts. These are unconscious beliefs formed in childhood, shaped by the direct messages and silent habits we observed in our families. This diagram shows how these scripts function as a cage, restricting your financial comfort zone. These beliefs operate on autopilot. Money avoidance creates anxiety. Money worship seeks happiness and purchases. Money status ties self-worth to possessions. And money vigilance causes hyper-alertness. When you hold a script that says money is evil or scarce, you will find ways to sabotage your own bank account, no matter how much you earn. Your body responds to economic instability as a physical emergency. This leads to a sustained flood of cortisol, keeping your system in a state of high alert that drains your energy. You may experience this through chronic muscle tension in your neck, digestive issues, or ruminate through the night with severe insomnia. This persistent biological panic shuts down the prefrontal cortex, the part of the brain responsible for rational planning and long-term discipline. Once the brain loses its cognitive flexibility, the system defaults to impulsive, emotional spending as a desperate attempt to find short-term comfort. Before you can fix your spending, you must implement a clinical protocol to down-regulate your nervous system. Coherent breathing provides an immediate baseline. Taking 3 minutes to perform slow, regulated breathing before opening a banking app can lower your heart rate and clear the mental fog of panic. You can also contain anxiety with a written worry window. By dedicating exactly 15 minutes a day to writing down every financial fear, you prevent those thoughts from leaking into the rest of your afternoon. Strict sleep hygiene restores the physiological rhythms required for rational thought, ensuring you have the mental energy to stick to a plan. Mastering your biological state is the mandatory first step. Every budget and repayment strategy relies on a brain that is calm enough to think clearly. With a calm nervous system and identified scripts, you can apply concrete structures to your money. A sustainable budget requires a hard ceiling for fixed costs. Aim to keep your essential living expenses between 50% and 60% of your total income. You can remove the burden of willpower by fully automating your savings and enforcing a mandatory 24-hour waiting period for any purchase that isn't a necessity. Final defensive measures include building a 3 to 6 month cash buffer for emergencies and physically destroying your credit cards to halt the accumulation of new debt. Systematizing your finances creates a barrier against emotional spikes, allowing your habits to remain stable even when your feelings fluctuate. Simultaneously rewiring childhood trauma and financial habits is a massive undertaking that rarely succeeds in isolation. This difficulty is why the discipline of financial therapy was created, merging mental health counseling with practical wealth management. In this revised model, updating your core beliefs to revised money scripts expands your central comfort zone, fundamentally increasing your capacity for financial stability. For those currently overwhelmed by creditors, seeking free, impartial debt advice can help translate the math into a manageable, step-by-step recovery plan. True stability is the byproduct of a mind and body that finally work in unison with the budget. When these internal systems align, the financial numbers follow.